you so much for coming to Satsang. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody at home. Hello, everybody here. And hello, everybody here. And hello, everybody now. And hello, everybody now. And isn't it sweet with this technology stuff? It doesn't matter at what point this is seen or viewed in the context of our exploration and our confirmation. Still just this moment. This is the only satsang that I've ever done. Still just this life, saying hello to this life. Just this moment, saying hello to this moment. This vastness, saying hello to itself. As is the case in every moment. Hello as chair, as floor, as oxygen. Hello as dreams. Hello as interesting dreams. Hello as plant medicine. Hello as ordinary. Hello as extraordinary. Hello as mundane. Hello as magical and whimsical. Hello as worldly. Hello as spiritual. Every single apparent appearance, effortlessly exalting, announcing the presence of this space, this freedom, this spaciousness, this overflowing fullness, overflowing emptiness of being, this timeless refuge of who we are. Who am I? Such a wonderful exploration, such powerful inquiry. I think it'd be sweet to celebrate the basics of this satsang stuff, of this non duality stuff, of this awareness stuff, of this present stuff. Hmm. Timeless refuge. Because this refuge isn't dependent on time. There are a lot of things in the dream that are dependent on time. But in this invitation, we can explore and consider that time is useless here. So if I were to ask you, who are you? But with the invitation to not borrow anything from something called the past. Don't, for a moment, touch anything called the past. Not one atom, not one description, or syllable, or symbol. Who are you? Sin tocar al pasado. ¿Quién eres? Sin tocar un futuro y un pasado. En este momento, ¿quién eres? En este instante, ¿quién eres? If we refer to a realization that we once had, a profound spiritual awakening or spiritual experience, or ayahuasca journey, or iboga journey, or 5-MeO-DMT blast off, that is the past. If we refer to our names, of course, the only place a name can exist is in something called the past. What a treasure chest of emptiness. Our bodies, the concept of body. In this moment, consider not having an allegiance to the concept of body. Consider not having an allegiance to the concept of breath or the concept of what life is. Life opposite death. Every concept of death dissolves in the willingness to relax the grip of the concept of life. So much about the way that we've, as a species, created this experience of modern society is about reifying this idea of separation, this idea of the separate self. So much about our religions and spirituality is about reifying this idea of separation, separate from the divine, separate from time. A very seductive and trance-like mechanism, keeping the only thing that has ever been seduced by it coming back for more, or pushing away from more. Both same sides of the coin. And I say, mind has been the only thing seduced by mind. Because the good news is that you, as you are, have never, ever been seduced by the perfume of mind. The eau de toilette of mind. That specific stank or aroma. Just for fun. Just for fun. When met from the vast presence of who you are, it's not smelly. Not a threat, not a problem. Never been a threat, never been a problem. Just an apparent appearance, relevant only to itself. So, in simple terms, for the sake of an exploration and a noticing, we can look at the aware part of who we are that we don't usually are invited to focus on, to acknowledge. The aware part of who we are. Hello and welcome. Bienvenuti. There's things back there, there's things right here, whatever you feel comfortable. Backjacks, Apple Jacks. Hi, loves. And there's, do you want to put cushion? Okay, they're like right back there. Mm. Coaching, 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 coaching. So we've just been talking about you the whole time, just so you know. It's sweet to look around this space and notice that there's thoughts and stories present, and a projected apparent world present, maybe. There's a planet, maybe. Who knows, really? But we can, for fun, say there might be some dream of a collective agreement. Points of view present, data present, and there's also awareness present, right? It's so sweet. It's like we don't have to know anything about each other, anything about our beliefs, our cosmologies, our pasts, our particular traumas, our ideas, our preferences, to just notice, oh, yeah, there's thoughts, the capacity to believe thought, to imagine thought, and there's the indescribable, untamed, roaring totality of being present, source of all existence, source of all powers, apparent powers, awareness present, content of awareness present. The invitation for this little chats is to, as an experiment for fun, get curious about noticing the difference between experiencing the moment through the story of descriptive frameworks and for fun, relaxing the fist of knowing something and consider open palm living. Consider being here as unknowable, unknowing, no one to know, nothing to know. Just naked aware intelligence that we don't have to do, or we don't have to maintain, or we don't have to realize. One way, turning up the volume of what's already singing and already at full blast, is to simply allow everything to be as it is for a moment. How often do we, as an option, say, oh, lovely, I get to just allow right now? Maybe not that much. Maybe mind comes in and wants to indulge in the story. How am I going to fix it? How am I going to change it? How am I need to do this? I need to do that. I need to take this. I need to take that. I need to make sure this is happening, that's happening. I need to protect here and defend here and close off here and create this moat and that wall and that border and indulging. Or maybe we're totally in a place of avoiding. Oh, this feeling is too much. This sensation too much. This unrest too much. This despair too much. This depression too much. This sadness too much. Or this joy too much. Or this vastness too much. Where's the cupcakes? Where's the Netflix? Where's the Hulu? Where's the Gaia? Where's the YouTube University? Where's the this? Where's the that? Where's the sex? Where's the drugs? Where's the let me avoid? Innocent. Innocent. That's all the activity. Or we want to replace everything. I need to replace this. I need to replace that. I need to change this. I need to alter that. And all of these can have their place in the dream. None of them are bad. So that's what's so fun in the education of the nature of mind. It's like, oh, it's not bad. It's not the new devil or the new evil Scooby Doo person with a mask on. It's just innocent, innocent. My favorite word, one of my favorite words, innocent, innocent, innocent activity of mind. Doing the best it can with all the limited information it has access to. So innocent, sweet little angel, wanting to protect and defend, wanting to reify, wanting to make meaning of, wanting to tell story about, wanting to justify something called identity, wanting to justify something called time, wanting to justify something called cause and effect. So innocent. That's what it was born to do. I'm about to. What's that song? That's what I was born to do. Roll it up, Chris. I'm about something like that. Hey, 90s baby. No, teenager, 90s teenager. Warm it up, Chris. That's what it was. Warm it up, Chris. It's so fun. But in that activity of mind, mechanism of mind, the data, the descriptive frameworks, what gets overlooked is the totally still, totally preciously silent, stable, already clear, already at peace, peace itself, beingness of the loving awareness we are, naturally, equally distributed, if distributing something was even possible. And this is what we notice in each other. This that is the same. We also notice that mind is the same. I love how Byron Katie says there's no such thing as a new stressful thought. All comes down to an argument with what is innocent. Someone said an acronym for fear is forgetting everything all right. Forgetting everything's all right. It's all right. So, in this exploration, mind gets to absolutely be free. Thoughts get to be free. Sensations get to be free. Bodies get to be free because they already are free. It's so sweet that there's this longing for freedom, and we imagine that an evidence of that freedom is going to be when the sorrow disappears, or when the anxiety leaves us alone, or when we finally let go of that stressful thought, or we finally heal that ancestral wound, or when we finally get all of our chakras just right. And in one moment of allowing everything to be as it is, what's available, feeling into every cell, you're welcome here just as you are. It doesn't matter if there's a diagnosis present or something you're healing from, or in this moment, allow everything to be as it is. Every part of the body, the cavity, the cancer, the whatever the biochemistry is. Just in this moment, consider there's a health that isn't limited to someone's description of what health should be. Freedom. Everything is free. When we take a moment, I always just have this sweet memory come up of me being in a little apartment in Iquitos, Peru, after I was with the tribe called the Shuar for about 3 months. And I'm living in this little apartment, and I'm noticing all these thoughts coming up and all these feelings coming up as I was considering moving back to the States, and all that was waiting for me, and all the responsibilities that I had. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. What is this? What's happening? I was in complete bliss for like the past 9 months, and now this shit's coming back again. Oh, shit. And I noticed that. Oh, wow. wow, who's saying that? Is it this basic state of being, or is it another aspect of my mind? Is it like Hydra, where you cut off one head and 1,000 grow back? What? And then in that moment, I was just like, you're free and you're free. And kind of like Oprah with the cars. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. You're free. And that sensation's free, and that thought's free, and that feeling's free, and that suffering's free, and that anxiety's free, and those images are free, and this is free. And then I was pointing at my sandals. That's free, and that's free, and the wall's free, and the pictures are free, and the phone case is free, and everything's free. How sweet to discover that in telling the truth about the freedom of what is apparently appearing, we turn up the volume of the freedom we always are. In celebrating the freedom of all that was appearing, it was just laughter. And holy shit, what a fun moment in that little apartment in Iquitos, Peru. Those moments, this moment. Ah, free, free, already free. So then what's so sweet is that as regular human beings, we can explore a different relationship with our internal landscape, a different relationship with our feelings, thoughts, and sensations. And instead of trying to alter them, fix them, change them, chain them up, throw them in the basements, blow them up, put them in concentration camps, do whatever else we tried to do, for a moment, just look how lucky you are. I remember another moment sitting in a chifa restaurant in Lima, Peru, before moving back to the States. And I just had this just feeling into my body and feeling into, and there was one of those fortune cookie things, and it said something like good karma is right around the corner. And oh my God, I started laughing so hard. I was like, oh Lord, how is this the sweetest thing ever? Talk about good karma right around the corner. Oh my goodness gracious. I was like, what amazing karma this whole cookie has to appear in my presence. What amazing, like how amazing. Our thoughts have the best karma ever. Where do those thoughts happen? On the lap of luxurious lucidity. Where do these feelings happen? In the self sprung Satchitananda of our true nature. Where do these appearances happen? Only this is the. I know I'm wearing a dualistic hat, but don't be fooled. We sink to a space that's wholly positive and not the positive of Rainbow Bright. I love me some Rainbow Bright. Wholly whole, wholly sacred, holy, holy, holy home, holy om. This this space, just as this moment is. Those moments are this moment. I just feel into all those moments sitting in Iquitos, sitting in the restaurant, the little Chinese restaurant, Lima, Peru, sitting here, same moment. How sweet. Oh, wow. Thoughts, you found your way home. Feelings, you found your way home. Sensations, you found your way home. Body, you found your way home. World, you found your way home. The only place any apparent of a can exist is in the unwavering this that we are, this that you are. I appreciate if you're watching this on a platform such as YouTube or Facebook or whichever one you got on the mothership. Know that side of the screen and this side of the screen. Know that side of a skin line and this side of a skin line. Know that side of an energy field and this side of an energy field. Know that side of a frequency or a density or a dimension and other side of those apparent things. Full on roar of being. Now, undressed, naked, willing for every apparent apparel, every apparent robe, every sense of thread. And if thought was a thread, no matter how many thoughts you think you've ever thunk, or if you imagine, I mean, there's a fun thing about thoughts. Want to hear a fun thing about thoughts? Sometimes we imagine that we've had lots of thoughts. Would you consider maybe, oh yeah, I've had lots of thoughts? And then, of course, we don't consider the evidence of that. What's the evidence of that lots of thoughts? But a thought. But it's so funny that a lot of thoughts is just one thought about a lot of thoughts. That is over now. At its inception, one of the sweet gifts we discover in considering, getting curious about, inviting if there was any practice whatsoever. And just to be clear, awareness not need to be practiced or be learned or be taught or be remembered, heaven forbid. Beloveds, I'm happy that you want to remember. It's so sweet, but everything that's remembered is subject to being forgotten, if you haven't noticed. Closer than remembering. Again, that's relying on activity of mind to tell us who we are. Innocent, closer than any mental activity. But in allowing all to be as it is, we also discover the self releasing nature of something we've called mind, the self releasing nature of emotions, self releasing nature of sensations, self releasing nature of blink. How many times have you blinked today? How many thoughts have you had today? How many feelings? How many sensations? How many experiences have appeared in the green screen of the stability that you are? Never once gone anywhere. Transportation but a dream. Movement but a dream. Still, silent, here. And as we notice the self releasing nature of mind, in other words, self releasing, meaning we don't have to release it. We don't have to search for 87 years looking for the eject button. Where did I put that eject button? The Dalai Lama told me it was somewhere over here. And Brene Brown said it was somewhere on this side. Dr. Seuss said it was. I mean, it's so. It's so wonderful. And it's true. Everyone has a piece of the puzzle. But no, how sweet to, for a moment, not have to look for any eject button or have to be engaged. how much energy would be available to you if the energy you used in an attempt to manage the mirage of mind all of a sudden was available to you, just as a consideration? Awareness is also synonymous with intelligence. So, this is not an invitation to some sort of vegetative state. This is love. Another word for love is action. Love cannot help but be itself and respond to itself, however, this moment is asking. And that's some sweet thing we discover as a casualty of telling the truth about who we are, as a casualty about educating ourselves in the nature of mind and the stability of being, is that we're just fully available as ordinary, soft bodied kindness and clarity in each moment. It's kind of sweet to discover the option of, wow, I can allow everything about me to be as it is and discover the peace in that, the rest in that, the love and care and kindness in that. And then to discover, oh, wow, this is what intimacy is and what relationship is. To be with our children from a space, even in our moments of parenting, but to have moments of allowing them to just totally be as they are, their worlds, their thoughts, their feelings, their bodies, our parents. Could you imagine being with our parents and not having to believe the thought that they should be any different? Not having to believe the thought, how the hell am I going to get this person to an ayahuasca retreat? How am I going to get them to read this Byron Katie book? How am I going to get this person to just try some acupuncture? It's so sweet. I'm not saying that was you. That was all me with my mom. She should read this book. She should do some ayahuasca. She just goes do some acupuncture or acupressure, maybe. And then to discover, I can just go straight to I love her, just as she is, with our friends and our beloveds and our lovers and our husbands and wives and our polycules. How sweet the option of, this moment. Maybe the next moment I'm going to have a lot to say. But in this moment, in this moment, in this moment, so sweet. You can be absolutely radiantly beautiful and totally flawed. And then to discover, oh wow, where do those flaws exist? Oh, right here. Who said they were flawed? Who said that was wrong? Such precious perfection. Not in the villain of the Shrek movies kind of perfection. Just the sweetness of being. Sweetness of being. Okay, before I continue, anyone want to share something? If you have something that you want to share, you can, we have a little microphone over here. And consider that whatever your question is or exploration is or whatever it is you want to share about your moment, that we all share the same ones. Not just one as awareness, but one in the absurdity of mind. Kind of sweet. This intimacy. of being. And beloveds at home, if you want to type something in, we'll take a look. Anybody want to share something? Or what did you hear? And what was it that heard?
I'd like to hear you say more about how it's not remembering.
Yay!
And what I want to say about that is,
Uh-huh.
well, my own discovery is that
Hmm.
it really is always here.
Yes.
um, and that's so beautiful.
How beautiful.
And like you talk about um, overlooking,
Overlooking. Right.
and so there are moments of seemingly overlooking.
Right.
But then the moment I notice that it's been overlooking, it's still here.
Right.
So, and it feels like coming here, like
Uh-huh.
to this room that we're in, it's like I don't know, a tidal wave of, um, I don't know even what the word is, but a tidal wave of not overlooking.
Not overlooking. Yeah.
Um, so when you say there's no, I get it that remembering would be with
Right.
my mind.
Right.
So I guess I'm just wanting you to speak a little more about this thing of remembering and the
Yeah.
overlooking. Um,
Yeah. So sweet. One thing that's very. Oh, can you pass the microphone to Jib?
I'm just triggered here.
Yay.
Overlooking has two definitions.
All right.
Overlooking
Ah.
and overlooking.
Ah. Quite the view. Quite the view. Yes. You know, one of the things that's really beautiful about this invitation is, of course, the limitation of language. It's like we do the best we can with what we think we got. And of course, it's not just the language, but it's the presence that's here, that knows itself, that's here with itself. And and I love how everything truly is necessary until it's not in the dream. So it's like such permission. If there's a resonance for being in a space of, I'm going to remember this, so welcome to explore remembering what's always here until the training wheels fall off. So much permission to explore, noticing, am I overlooking? Am I not overlooking? When I speak to overlooking, I'm talking about this beautiful view. And talking about just the innocence of mind not noticing its source or its non existence, you know, not noticing what seeing, right? So, usually, when there's an overemphasis on data, on the appearances, we are innocently imagining that something has to happen in order for something else to reveal itself. We're innocently emphasizing only three things. I mean, emphasizing data, but we can say there's three aspects of data that are crucial in the experience of an apparent human: identity, time, and cause and effect. Los tres amigos de separation. Okay? Those are the three amigos of separation consciousness: identity, time, and a cause and effect. Let's hear it together. Identity, time, a cause and effect. Okay, gracias. So good. So very good. So if we notice any, always at every scene of the crime, of a parent overlooking, an apparent forgetting, an apparent sense of disconnection or sense of separation or sense of no peace or no ease of being or data overload, apparent data overload. It's self releasing and empty of an independent nature. Empty of an independent nature. When we emphasize identity and time and cause and effect, it's kind of like to the degree that we imagine ourselves to be separate, is to the degree that we imagine everything else to be separate. So if we're separate, our feelings are separate, and we got to do something with them bitches. Our thoughts are separate, and we got to do something with them bitches. The world is separate, and we got to do something with them bitches. And our partner's separate, we got to do something with them bitches. And we got to do a lot of shit. We got to do a lot of shit with a lot of them bitches. There's a lot of bitches. And what a sweet. What you want to say, love? Oh, you good? You good? Oh. Rokoteketing chikeling sing queen.
Cause uh hmm uh cause yeah, I guess the thing is,
What's the thing?
when I am used to speaking, it's like this funny thing. It's like this, like, I'm sorry, it's hard to describe this. It's like there's there's the word I,
Okay.
and the mind can co-opt that word, and it can be
Yes.
tripping on I.
Mm. Ayahuasca and ayahuasca for no
Ayahuasca, yeah,
reason.
but then there's like this other thing that I'm letting go into, and it speaks, and that I will use I, and yet I'm not an I. And so then it just seems like it does kind of feel like a bird about to take flight that just wants to sing, sing,
And what would it want to
sing.
sing?
La. I think it would want to say, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Ah, ah, is just to love and be loved in return. Ooh, ah.
Yes. So good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. One moment consider that any sense you've ever had of being someone, we imagine that the sense that we've had of being someone has been our ego, someone. And if I lose that, what sense of someone do I have? But the only sense of someone you've ever had has been awareness, your awareness self, not your ego self. The ego likes to make us, or attempts to make itself believe that it's the ego self, but it's never been the ego self. How many times have you tied your shoe without saying, I'm right now taking my hands and tying my shoe, and this is Ashley tying his shoe. And now Ashley is going to grab this fork, and now Ashley is going to pick up this thing, and now, I mean, so much about our lives are, there's no thought present. There's no allegiance to being something separate present. Body does what body does. Moment does what moment does. Universe does what universe does. Moon does what moon does. Sun. What? Oh, lovely.
Sorry, another question. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay,
Okay, well,
great.
it's more of like
And it's and the thing's on. Yay.
because like in that moment when I was like, whoa, I was like feeling ego was like there was like anxieties and like feelings
Oh,
and everything was
lovely.
so much richness in that. Like it was weird. It was really like whoa. The thing is, what I was saying is about like the anxiety to
High
actually
anxiety.
relax into the unknown. It seems like it's actually a little scary sometimes because to
Yeah.
not know, it's
Yeah.
almost that it's even though you say it's our nature, it's actually a little unfamiliar to be there. And so there's it's almost like it makes me a little nervous. Do you know what I
So
mean?
sweet.
Does
Right.
anyone here know what I mean a little bit?
Oh,
That like feeling like you're
absolutely.
shaky in it and you're like, is it and there's like this almost anxiety to let go.
Right. I had a period that I'd lay in my bed and I felt like the whole world was on fire because of the unfamiliar. It's kind of like we've been out of the orbit. We think we're on planet Earth, but we're just living in our story of planet, our matrix of what the planet is. And when we get a clue, some grace appears, some allegiance, some devotion, we start coming into orbit.
Yeah.
And it can be shaky
Can feel
and
good.
fiery,
Yeah,
like everything's gonna just discombobulate
yeah.
and crash landing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is absolutely
Yeah.
something that a lot of beloveds on this path experience. And
Just another invitation
right,
to let it all be free.
right,
There's literally nothing that cannot be liberated with a permission and acceptance and allowing and
right,
returning allegiance or that doesn't sound good because I don't like to use war words, but like because returning allegiance to presence. If you say allegiance, it's like you're against the thoughts, but it's actually
right.
bigger than that.
It's bigger than that.
It's actually
Right.
including everything
Yes.
and
And welcoming.
its own
Yes.
nature being that emptiness rather
Right.
than it being I'm here and then I'm there.
Right.
It's sort of like this big thing where it's almost like everything's like
Right. Right.
sort of thing.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's like, I love that there's an embodied quality to this invitation. We can look at, history and notice and tell which gurus took the time to embody and which beloveds didn't. They've left a trail of carnage in their wake. The beloveds that didn't, you know. And so to to sit with those really heavy moments is really valuable and hard as fuck, challenging, scary, uncomfortable. I felt like my whole body had like these burning. I felt like I was burning a lot of the times, and I would just lay there and and notice my thoughts around it. Thoughts of like, even thoughts like this is necessary, or thoughts like I've had this before, or how long is this gonna last?
Or like is this a purification?
Is this a purification,
Right.
right? Uh, is this, and who is this happening to? And it's interesting to notice what the pillars are, and then also seeing if identity is present, time is present, and cause and effect are present. And the more I was willing to be with whatever the sensations were from a space of open welcome, what was really beneficial to me was I used to create hotels. So I would imagine that I was like the most magnificent. I mean, I guess because I was living in hotels, being a part of this boy band Menudo, I was constantly going from one hotel to the next hotel. And so I would just be with my feelings and sensations and and I'd welcome them to the hotel. Like I'd imagine them coming in, you know, like it was a hotel that fit everyone, didn't matter how size. Something felt like a sadness may have felt like a billion oceans, and and that sadness would be able to walk in comfortably to this hotel,
Mm.
and I'd go to the front desk, and instead of them turning them away or saying, "Oh, we don't want you here," like, "No, no, no, there's a Motel 6 down the corner," maybe that's. It was just like, "Oh, hello there, ocean of infinite sadness. Welcome. Which, let's see. Oh, yes, you're right here. We were expecting you. Um, oh, you get the best suite in the house. And how long are you staying? Oh, as long as you want, and you're welcome to stay here forever. You never have to leave. Oh, and there's something else. Wait, you have a whole, like a little welcome package. Oh, there's a Black American Express card here for you. Do you have anything you'd like to explore or buy? This is an unlimited universe, and we have anything at your disposal. I mean, it was just like, welcome, welcome. You're so welcome. The burning. Oh, welcome. Oh, you want to burn down the whole hotel? Okay. Shh, singed. And it's a magic hotel, so phew, immediately back up. Singe it? Okay. Oh, back up. Welcome. You want to be yourself? It's just, was so sweet. And still I'll have moments of noticing, oh, this hotel is still here.
Oh my gosh, I love that hotel.
You're such a sweet
I have
hotel.
some parts that want to come over.
Oh, they're so
They need to
welcome.
stay.
They're absolutely welcome. Yay. Yeah. Over here, please.
Yeah. So when you were, when you were talking, you just made me think about um, a particular line of thought that
Fun.
I expressed at a point in time. I mean, you might enjoy it, you might not. We'll
Ah,
see.
exciting.
I was doing my master's,
Mm,
and I had a buddy with me that was doing the same master's, and we were studying.
mhm.
Um, and it was very hard, right? And I remember he started, you know, there's so much stress, right? So
Yeah.
much stress. I mean, um, you got tests coming up, and
And
you got to be
deadlines.
perfect.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
The competitive aspect of it.
yeah. And then so I was getting into this stuff
Yeah.
right around this time. Like
Oh.
this was the turning point for me.
Dangerous.
um, so here we are, really stressed, right? And then I like so I he's feeling very stressed, and I ask him,
Mhm.
um, so I'm 35 years old. I don't remember how old I was back then.
Uh-huh.
I said, how much effort has it required for me to live these 35 years?
Mm.
And then like you're gonna guess at it, right? But the answer is none.
Yes.
Um,
Right, if you're willing
yeah,
to tell the truth. Uh-huh.
yeah, and it never changes.
It never changes.
Yeah. So I just
I
want to share
I love that.
that.
Yeah, it's so sweet to consider. Yeah. How much effort has it taken? None. And if we do find effort, also notice where that evidence is. Let me tell the deepest truth. Are you being breathed right now? Or are you doing the breathing? Notice all that is occurring without your conscious input. Biochemically, this whole planet, the intelligence of a blink, this is reliable. It's reliable, and it's okay for it to be little by little, this noticing, this trusting, this resting in, this melting in, little by little getting familiar. Oh, it is okay. Oh, it is safe. Oh, it is safe to be here. Oh, there is space for this body. Oh, there is permission for these thoughts, for these feelings, and for these sensations, and these urges, and these surges. It is safe here. It is okay for life to be effortless. In this moment, it is okay for peace to be effortless in this moment. It is okay for wholeness to be effortless in this moment. It is okay for that which is awake to be itself as you now in this moment. Awakened awareness as immediate perception. Freedom as immediate perception. Harmony as immediate perception. Every atom in its place as immediate perception. Every galaxy in its place as immediate perception. Open-ended intelligence present even in the weather of a closed system of intelligence. Safe, present, okay, welcome, not contradictory. Both and, just right. Baby, let me tell you, time can play with our minds. It makes us believe that we know each other, and you know that's a lie, a lie. Baby, let me say that we aren't tied to tomorrow, where we follow our conditioned lives of sorrow, my love. Sweet, 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 sweet love. I'm learning to forget, I ever saw your face, to forget I ever heard your name, to forget, oh, the soul that's in your eyes, so it could always, always be the first time. Sugar, let me tell you, I've turned off the lights. Mm, I'm feeling my way out of the darkness. This heart's never blind. Sugar, let me say that we are constantly changing, rearranging. Can you feel what I am saying? Oh, my love, sweet love. I'm learning to forget I ever saw your face, to forget I ever heard your name, to forget the soul that's in your eyes, so it could always be first time. I'm forgetting you so that I can remember every moment's new, a blessing here to treasure. I cannot assume your love and I can measure. I get pleasure. Forgetting what you look like in the morning when you smile. I'm a witness to the glory of our existence. There's a never-ending story written for me. Oh, no, no. I'm learning to forget. I ever saw your face, to forget. I ever heard your name. Jesus, Buddha, Kali, Krishna, Isis, Mandela, Sophia, Mohammed, Yahweh, Sai, Baba, La Virgen Maria, Walking Tanka Ramana, Walking Tanka Ramana, Walking Tanka Ramana. Learning to forget, oh yeah. Mm. Sweet this intimacy of being. Sweet this intimacy of being. Sweet this intimacy of allowing. Sweet this intimacy of permission. Sweet this intimacy of being. much for this time tonight. I believe I have two more before I leave. One more. Let me see. Fourth and the 11th. Yay, two more. It's not a tumor. Thank you all so very much for being here tonight, for sharing your hearts and your voice, and your presence and your being. So really appreciate it. I just want to just acknowledge all the beloveds on the planet that are having their own little satsangs. Anyone who's in their business, that's all satsang is, being in your business. All the formal satsangs taking place, the meetings, all the meditation retreats, all the yoga retreats, all the ceremonies. Just a moment acknowledging how this wind of what is moving through this dream, acknowledging the spacious intelligence, heart intelligence present in all people, all beings, every stage of government, all the world leaders, no matter what their mouths may be saying, no matter what their beliefs they may be spewing, or ideas or ideologies or doctrines, spacious, clear, aware intelligence present, kindness present, each soul equally present, and may it be more and more obvious. May it be delightfully obvious, newsworthy obvious, globally obvious. Mm. Peace is, peace is. Mm. Feel free if you'd like, you can leave a donation in that little blue thing over there. There's some little snacks over there. Feel free to hang around for a bit and we can chat and share and hug. And beloveds at home, if you'd like to leave a donation or a message, or you can do so in the comment section, or you can share this video with any beloveds you feel may resonate or receive all that this moment is saying to itself. Um, or you can leave a donation in the little links that are there. A couple of retreats coming up. We might have one more spot open up in our retreat in Kauai, with my dear friend Deborah Silverman. It's a 4E retreat using the four elements, process of inquiry as a way to turn up the volume of that which is adorned with elements, of that aware immediacy of who we are. And I believe there are more spaces available for our two retreats we have in Boulder in September. So if you want any information on that, please let me know. And I love y'all so much. Blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you.